Imagine falling asleep at your desk in the middle of a meeting in front of your boss. In most of the world, you're fired. In Japan, you might get promoted. Because here, sleeping on the job means something completely different. The Japanese have a word for it. Inamuri. It roughly means being present while asleep. And it is one of the most delightful, backwards, genius ideas you have never heard of. The logic goes like this. If you fell asleep at work, you must have been working so incredibly hard that your body simply gave out. Instead of being lazy, you look dedicated. So dozing off in a meeting isn't an insult to the room. It can actually be a quiet flex, a signal that you have been grinding for the team, day and night, without complaint. But inamuri isn't just an office thing. Step onto any Tokyo train, and you'll see it everywhere. Dozens of people, fast asleep, swaying gently with the motion of the carriage. Businessmen in sharp suits, students clutching bags, grandmothers with their heads tipped back, all of them dead to the world, and all of them somehow waking up at exactly the right stop. And here is the part that melts my brain. Strangers fall asleep on each other. A tired worker's head drifts onto the shoulder of the person beside them, and that person just lets it happen. Nobody screams. Nobody makes it weird. There's an unspoken agreement that everyone is exhausted. Everyone needs rest. And today it's your turn to be the human pillow. Now you might be thinking, isn't that dangerous? Falling asleep in public, surrounded by strangers, bag wide open on your lap? Almost anywhere else, yes. In Japan, barely. This is a country where people fall asleep on trains and wake up with everything still there. Wallet, phone, laptop, all untouched. Lost items are so routinely returned that it feels like a national sport. Drop your wallet in Tokyo, and there's a genuinely good chance a stranger will pick it up and carry it to the nearest police box, cash still inside. Millions of dollars in lost money get handed in every single year. That trust is the secret ingredient. Inamuri only works because the whole society agrees to look after the sleeping person. You can let your guard down because everyone else is guarding it for you. But the Japanese didn't stop at napping on trains. They built entire hotels around the art of the quick sleep. Enter the capsule hotel. Picture a wall of cozy sleeping pods stacked like drawers, each just big enough to lie down in, complete with a light, a fan, and a little screen. You crawl in, pull the shade, and you're gone. These were invented for workers who missed the last train home after a long night out. Rather than trek back, they'd slide into a pod for a few hours and be back at the office by morning. And it keeps going. Japan has nap cafes, where you pay by the minute simply to sleep. Some offer beds, some offer reclining chairs, and some just let you rest your head on a very comfortable desk. There are cafes where the entire selling point is a good, deep, uninterrupted nap. In a country this busy, peace and quiet has literally become something you can order off a menu. If your brain is already loving this, do me one tiny favor and hit that subscribe button. We post delightful stories about Japan just like this every single day, and I would genuinely love to have you along. So why is Japan so obsessed with sleeping in odd little places? Because, ironically, it is one of the most sleep-deprived nations on Earth. Studies routinely find that Japanese adults sleep less than almost anyone else in the world. Long work hours, long commutes, and a culture of pushing hard all eat into the night. So the nap became the pressure valve. If you can't get a full night's rest, you steal little pockets of sleep wherever you can find them. On the train, at your desk, in a pod. And that same deep trust shows up in other jaw-dropping ways. In Japan, tiny children ride the subway and walk to school completely alone, sometimes at 6 or 7 years old. There's even a beloved TV show that films toddlers running their very first errand by themselves, buying groceries as the whole nation cheers them on. It works because the community quietly watches over them. It all comes from the same place. A society built on the belief that everyone is looking out for everyone else, so it's safe to be vulnerable in public. And there are unwritten rules to inamuri, too. You can't just flop onto your desk snoring. You have to stay upright, keep it dignified, and be ready to snap awake the instant your name is called. Do it right, and you seem hardworking and humble. The trick is looking like you drifted off from sheer devotion, not boredom. Posture is everything. There's something genuinely beautiful about a place where rest isn't seen as weakness, where a stranger's tired head on your shoulder is just a small kindness you pass along. A place where the whole country silently agrees that we're all a little exhausted. and that's okay. That we can close our eyes for a moment and trust the world to still be there when we open them. So the next time your eyelids get heavy at work, just remember, somewhere in Japan, someone is doing the exact same thing, and their boss thinks they're a hero. Maybe the Japanese figured out something the rest of us missed. That the most productive thing you can do, sometimes, is close your eyes for 10 quiet minutes. So tell me in the comments, could you fall asleep on a stranger's shoulder? And if you learned something new today, you already know what to do. See you in the next one.